Flags down, tapes are back, and they're off. Away for the Thames Materials Novices Handicap Hurdle. It's over nearly 3 miles. They'll have 11 flights to take. Thank you, Ma'am, in the hands of Olive Nichols, leading them down towards the first of the 11. Touching down in second there, Golden Ambition, the maroon colours, with on the inside Just Lucky Civiler in the orange and black. It's followed through then on the outside by the green black crossbelts. Got there in the end. Golden Cosmos wider on the field, and Circuit Breaker restrained by John O'Neill Jr. in the blue and gold colours at the back of the field, and they're going a fairly sensible pace as they move down the hill towards their first turn. Down at Swinley Bottom now, with Thank You Ma'am leading by a length. Golden Ambition in second, and then Just Lucky Civiler on the rail for champion jockey Harry Cobden. Ahead then have got there in the end Charlie Price. Circuit Breaker on the inside of Golden Cosmos, having a comeback here for the first time in a couple of years or so. And the runners moving up the hill now towards the far side. They've got flights 2 and 3 ahead of them. Thank You Ma'am leads them in towards it. They're all over that nicely. Closely attended by Golden Ambition on the outside, who's chasing the hat-trick today. And then Just Lucky Civiler racing in third. Just ahead of Got There in the end. 2 lengths back to Circuit Breaker. And Golden Cosmos on the comeback is getting left behind at this early stage of the race, as the runners continue their run, which will bring them up towards the turn into the home straight for the first time. And it's good to see Golden Cosmos keeping on. He's only 3 lengths behind the main group of 5 ahead of him. So turning into the home straight. Thank You Ma'am in front. 7 times placed over hurdles, 6 times second, can you believe it? Could today be the day for him? Leading the field then, with Golden Ambition in the headgear in second place. All over that nicely. That was flight number 4, and on towards the last on the circuit. Just Lucky Civiler content just to wait on the inside, then ahead of Got There in the end, Circuit Breaker, and then Golden Cosmos, who's still 3 lengths languishing in last place. The jumping so far has been really nice from all of these runners, and now they're coming up past the enclosures, who are getting pretty excited already. But they've got another circuit to go over this near 3 mile Thames Materials Novices Handicap Hurdle. So Thank You Ma'am leading by half a length. In the hands of Olive Nichols. Golden Ambition, Keelan Woods on the outside. And then on the rail, the orange and black colours of Lynn McLennan on board Just Lucky Civiler. Got there in the end, Charlie Price, handy in fourth as they move round the far side. Got about 1.5 miles left to go. They're about halfway. Circuit Breaker still striding out nicely towards the back in the blue. Followed then by Golden Cosmos as the runners move down past flight number 6, completing their first circuit here and getting a breather in as they move down the side of the course. Towards number 7, Thank You Ma'am, the leader, Golden Ambition. Just Lucky Civiler got there in the end. Golden Cosmos behind them, just being squeezed along to try and close up on Circuit Breaker in the white chevron sleeves. And all of a sudden there's, well, about 5 lengths, I guess, between these runners as they move down now with just 1 mile left to cover in this contest. And the only one that's starting to get some pressure applied is Golden Cosmos. Hardly surprising on his first run for almost 2 years out. But he's trying. Meanwhile, Thank You Ma'am continues this nice level gallop and takes them round the bottom turn and heading up the hill now. 4 more flights left to take. Golden Ambition, chasing this hat-trick, has been travelling nicely. So too, though, as Just Lucky Civiler, the Hereford winner, who's alongside Got There in the end. And then behind her, 2 lengths away then to Circuit Breaker. This is 4 out. And then 5 lengths back then to the struggling Golden Cosmos. So coming up now towards the last 3 flights here. Thank You Ma'am. Got a lovely, lovely stride on that, did Olive. And she's the one in front, the one to pass. For the first time now, Golden Ambition is just getting squeezed along. You've got to say Harry Cobden's going ever so well on Just Lucky Civilla on the inside in the orange and black colours as the runners now begin their sweeping right-hand turn towards the home straight. Got there in the end, is under pressure. Circuit Breaker is being asked a few questions but has not made any headway at all, and pulling up is Golden Cosmos. They're turning into the home straight here, and Thank You Mom is the one out in front and still going nicely enough. But you fancy Just Lucky Civilla, maybe he's got a bit left in the tank. Two out they go. Thank You Ma'am, Just Lucky Civilla, and the battling Golden Ambition, who's finding plenty of pressure. They're moving between the last two flights here. Thank You Ma'am, still the one to pass, and the two behind her are now being asked serious questions. Here's the final flight. Thank You Ma'am. Olive Nichols rather reached for it, but is clear by 3 lengths from in second place Golden Ambition and Just Lucky Civilla. And this is going to be a really significant win here, because Thank You Ma'am is going to win for the first time over hurdles, and it's a first winner at Ascot for Olive and Georgie Nichols. In second place, Golden Ambition. Third home, Just Lucky Civilla, and then came Got There in the end in fourth, Circuit Breaker, the last to finish. Well, they wasted no time. They've dispatched them on their way for the Howden Handicap Chase. Only down at the start for just a few seconds. Solo in front, Harry Cobden, Scarface, Black Jacket, taking it in a share of second there with KOTMASK, the favourite, green and black. Wider out then, we've got Gallo de Chasse. And then behind them, the line of 3 on the inside, Black Jerry, Prince Quali, and Carbon King in the noseband, pink cap on the outside of these, as they move quickly down now towards the open ditch, which they jump well and move up towards the 4th fence here. Very quickly into the race here as such over this 2-mile, 3-furlong trip. Solo cutting out the pace then and leading from KOTMASK as they move down towards the turn, which brings us towards the home straight here. Scarface a length and a half down in third. Prince Quali, Harry Kimber in the red cap, followed by Carbon King and Connor Ring on the outside. Black Jerry, Niall Houlihan on the comeback. Today, making his reappearance and looking on at the rear, is Gallo de Chasse, quietly ridden by Charlie Deutsch. Jumped that one nicely. First in the home straight was number 5, and they quickly on towards the 6. So Solo the leader, leading by 2, KOTMASK and Scarface, separated by about a neck as they come towards the last fence on the circuit. That was a terrific leap by Solo, that, wasn't it? Spring-heeled, and he'll bring them up past the judge, leading by about a length and a half then. KOTMASK and Scarface next. Carbon King on the outside of Prince Quali, 2 lengths away, Black Jerry, and I don't think Gallo de Chasse is raising much of a gallop here and is going to be pulled up. Something amiss with Gallo de Chasse, who's never going and is out of the race then, having jumped the first 6. A real shame. Let's hope he comes back. He's been running pretty well after a long absence. Down the back straight these runners go now. About a mile and a half left to cover. They go towards the 7th. Solo. Scarface on the outside of KOTMASK. Prince Quali, Carbon King, and Black Jerry just off the tail of them. He's adrift by about 5 lengths now as they go towards the next plain fence. Black Jerry jumped it slowly and is losing ground all the time. The next one, number 9, is another open ditch. And Harry Cobden making sure this is a proper test here on Solo. Leading from the favourite. Oh, we blundered there, KOTMASK. He went in very tight and hit that quite hard. Scarface and the Black Jacket on the outside there for Sam Twiston Davis. Down towards the 10th fence they go. Solo, again good there. This time Scarface was awkward at it and jumped to the right, made a strange shape on the inside. KOTMASK just removes his goggles there, does Caelan Quinn. And then there's a break of 2 lengths, Carbon King and Prince Quali. And fair play to Black Jerry. He's keeping on Niall Houlihan's mount. He's about 6 behind them as they go through Swinley Bottom and race up now towards the final 3/4 of a mile of this Howden Handicap Chase, this Class 2 contest. Solo leading them up towards the first on the side of the course. Pressed as always by KOTMASK and Scarface on the outside. Carbon King travelling into it well. Prince Quali asked a question there to get a bit closer. Black Jerry down towards the fourth last here, which is an open ditch. Coming towards it now. And he jumped it well there. Solo the leader, but look at KOTMASK, the favourite on the outside. Harry Cobden still travelling well on the front running Solo. Here they go to the third last fence, and there are one or two errors there creeping in. Certainly a mistake by Scarface. Didn't jump that particularly well. Solo surrendered the lead. KOTMASK says, come on, let's go and try and win this race. Caelan Quinn, but look at this. Scarface and Sam Twiston-Davies just being pushed along to try and close. Solo still there on the inside. He might have more to offer if he can get his second win. Down towards the last two fences here. KOTMASK the leader from Scarface, Solo, Prince Quali, who's now staying on behind them. A blundering Carbon King next. One more fence to go here. And it's KOTMASK the leader from Scarface. There's about 2 lengths between them now. All on the final jump as they come towards it. Got in tight there and made an error. So too did Scarface, even worse. But it's KOTMASK and Caelan Quinn who are clear by 2.5 to 3 lengths. Solo having a battle with Prince Quali for the minor placing, but this is going to go to the favourite. KOTMASK comes home to win for Caelan Quinn, Gary and Josh Moore. Scarface second, Prince Quali, Solo, Carbon King, and then Black Jerry. The starter, and once again off to a first-timer. Racing then for this Howden graduation chase. Jungle Boogie in the yellow sleeves going down to the... He may have been put off there, you know, when he was jumping that fence, because Fedor just jumped to right-handed. Iroko goes at the first fence. Runners moving down Swinley Bottom, and I'm just checking to see if they're... Well, Iroko's up on his feet, okay. He's galloping after the 3 runners. And I'll give you an update on Jonge as soon as I get it as well. Moving up towards the first fence on this part of the course. Jungle Boogie out in front, then James de Burley and Fedor with the riderless Iroko on the outside. Coming up towards the third. Beautiful leap there by Jungle Boogie, Dara O'Keefe, and the colours of Malcolm Denmark as they move towards the first open ditch of the race. James de Burley in the green jacket, Fedor the grey, ridden by Danny Gilligan. As the runners now head up towards the last fence on this part of the course. Loose Horses careered off way ahead of them now, and hopefully keeps out of harm's way. Jungle Boogie by 5 lengths then to James de Burley and Fedor. And I'm just watching Jonge walking off the course with some assistance down the bottom of the track there. So he had a nasty fall here yesterday, Jonge. Let's hope he's okay. Moving up towards the 6th fence now, and he seems fine, which is good news. A bad blunder, James de Burley. Daryl Jacob at the buckle end there. So a bit of drama in the early stages of this Howden graduation chase. But meanwhile, Jungle Boogie, ears pricked, coming up towards the next. Put himself right at that. James de Burley and Fedor. Crowd cheering the Loose Horse as he goes past us. And let's hope he's rounded up pretty soon. And he's moved off from the chase track, which is good news. So they're going past the enclosure, about to turn out of the home straight now. Jungle Boogie by 3 lengths. A horse we don't see enough of, really. He's a very talented horse indeed. This leads from James de Burley and Fedor as they move down towards the far side. And the first plain fence coming into their view, number 8 here. And again, well, that was the best leap of the race from James de Burley from his point of view. He closed 2 lengths down on the leader, Jungle Boogie, there with that one. That was a perfect jump on towards the next. And it's still Jungle Boogie. Dara O'Keefe out in front then from James de Burley and Daryl Jacob. The open ditch coming up to him is number 10. Fedor looking on. Danny Gilligan riding for Gordon Elliott. Running down the fence to the left there, Jungle Boogie. The other two were much straighter. They're going past their point of departure and on towards the last fence down the bottom of the hill. He's running down the fences a bit now, Jungle Boogie. And once again to the left, leads by 2.5 then. Fedor moves up the inside of James de Burlay as they head now inside the final mile of the race. But all three still travelling quite comfortably as they move across towards the point where they come up the hill now. It's sort of a climb all the way to the line virtually here at Ascot and on towards the 12th. Jungle Boogie, James de Burlay and Fedor. James de Burlay just moving outside, putting a big leap there. And they move up towards the 13th now. So Jungle Boogie's lead is just over a length or so. James de Burlay out jumped there by the leader. And Fedor just moving up quite stylishly on the rail, the grey, as they go towards the last ditch of the contest, which they all took comfortably enough. Jungle Boogie with this habit of just running down the fences a bit here. Over the final fence on this part of the course, that was 3 out. Jungle Boogie, Fedor and James de Burlay. Daryl Jacob has pulled his goggles away now on board the chestnut James de Burlay as they close up on this leader. It's going to be a thriller, this, I think. Jungle Boogie from Fedor and James de Burlay with 2 more fences to take, and the Howden graduation chase here. Jungle Boogie relentlessly coming down towards the second last. Jumped that a bit straighter. In second place, well, it's a tight one at the moment. James de Burlay and Fedor not making much of an impression. Jungle Boogie relentlessly going on towards the final fence. Has opened up again, just running around a bit before that. He jumped it well, clear by 4 lengths, Jungle Boogie. This has been a really great return to the winner's enclosure here for Jungle Boogie. 6th in the Gold Cup the last time we saw him. And he's come home here and made every yard in the Howden graduation chase. Beats Fedor and James de Burlay in 3rd. Flags raised. They're off and racing for this Howden Long Walk Hurdle Grade 1 of 2024. This historic race underway. And they're moving down the back straight here with Beauport out in front. They've got a total of 12 flights to take. And quickly into the first. Quick leap on the inside by Blue King Daru, but met it in a slightly strange manner. Shoot First is right up there as well in the green jacket. CRAMBO, last year's winner, in the pink colours wider. A track there by Eagle Fang in the blue and white colours. Hidden Valley Lake just behind the leading 4 or 5 with Blue King Daru on the inside. And then Strong Leader in the pink cap is covered up with the Wall Park just behind him. Gatera the Mare is on the inside next. Botox Haas on the outside of them. The field moving down the hill with about 7 or 8 lengths between them as the rain sweeps across Ascot Heath here and the runners head down towards Swinley Bottom. Beauport out in front for Sam Twiston-Davis. Blue King Daru, the 5-year-old. Harry Cobden in second. CRAMBO on the outside of the Irish Raider Shoot First in the green jacket on the rail in the hands of Philip Burns. And then follows Eagle Fang in the Durkin blue and white on the outside there of Hidden Valley Lake. And Dara O'Keefe, who races alongside Strong Leader. Sean Bowen in the pink cap. And then the last 3, Botox Haas alongside the Wall Park. And Gatera taking a bit of a grip at the rear of the field. But held on to there by Harry Skelton, former champion who's having a wonderful season. They're moving up the hill then towards the 4th flight of hurdles. And Beauport taking them along, leading by about 2.5 lengths then. Blue King Daru, who ran well in this race 12 months ago, is behind him. In 3rd place then is CRAMBO, the defending champ, followed by Shoot First on the inside. Eagle Fang, and between them Hidden Valley Lake. Then comes Strong Leader, patiently ridden as usual, with the Wall Park, who's been a winning machine in Ireland recently. The JP McManus green and gold hoops next. Gatera and Botox Haas at the rear for Caelan Quinn, coming up the home straight for the first time in the Howden Long Walk Big leap there by the leader, Beauport. Absolutely hacked up over fences here. 4 weeks ago today. This is his first hurdle race since April of 2022, but he's enjoying himself by the looks of things at the moment as they come to the 6th. Beauport leading by 3 lengths. Blue King Daru in second. He in turn is about 3.5 lengths clear of CRAMBO in third. Shoot First on the inside of Hidden Valley Lake and Eagle Fang. Strong leader. Just ahead then of the Wall Park and Mark Walsh with on the inside Katera and Botox has. So moving past us now in the long walk and heading out to the country again for the final time, completing their first circuit shortly. They're about halfway now in this contest. They've jumped half of the hurdles so far as well. And Beauport is taking no prisoners. Sam Twiston-Davis taking the field down towards the 7th flight over on the far side. Blue King Daru and Harry Cobden. CRAMBO and Johnny Burke sitting in third place and neck down. And then comes Fang Eagle on the outside of Hidden Valley Lake and Shoot First. Strong leader. Then the Wall Park, Katera and Botox has. Nothing much has happened yet. They're going on towards the 8th flight. The order has been virtually unchanged for a long time now as they move down the hill. Quite a run then before they get to the 4th last, as they begin to get a bit of a much needed breather in, you'd imagine. And they're kicking up the ground quite a bit now then as Beauport takes them down the hill towards Swinley Bottom. From in second place, Blue King Daru together with CRAMBO, those two fighting out that position. With behind them in 4th Hidden Valley Lake. Then in 5th place comes Eagle Fang. Shoot First has just lost a position or two, still on the premises though, strong leader. The Wall Park just gives the impression he's got more to come from him. Katera at the rear with Botox has. And all of a sudden as they hit the rising ground now, there's about 10 lengths between first and last as they move up towards the 4th last flight. Beauport the leader. He's opened up a bit here as well. He's up by about 4.5, maybe 5 lengths now. Blue King Daru took it in second, ahead of CRAMBO in the pink jacket. Now the challengers are beginning to shuffle the pack a bit as they go over the 3rd last. Beauport's lead has been reduced. Blue King Daru up the inside of CRAMBO. Fang Eagle's running a big race on the outside. Hidden Valley Lake getting right into it and Shoot First with a chance. Katera is improving behind Blue King Daru on the inside. The Wall Park being driven. Strong leader is under a bit of pressure here, the favourite, and is not really picking up. He's only got Botox Has behind him. And they're about to turn into the home straight with 3 furlongs left to cover. 2 more flights to take. Beauport is trying to burn them all off here in the long walk. He leads by 2 lengths. CRAMBO and Blue King Daru have been eyeballing each other throughout. Here's 2 out. Beauport, huge leap there from the leader. Led by 1.5 lengths. On the outside, CRAMBO defending his title. Blue King Daru and Katera on the inside is keeping going. Together with in 5th place, Hidden Valley Lake. The final flight for Beauport. Another big leap. CRAMBO is out after him. He's drawing almost alongside Beauport, being gathered in by CRAMBO and Hidden Valley Lake on the near side as they race up towards the line. CRAMBO's in front. Hidden Valley Lake lunging very, very late. CRAMBO and Hidden Valley Lake. CRAMBO held on, defends the long walk title from Hidden Valley Lake. Beauport was back in 3rd, the Wall Park, and then behind these, Katera in a thriller. Let's try again. Here we are, and they're off. They're racing the Howden Silver Cup Handicap Chases Premier Handicap over 3 miles, the first of 20 fences taken at a bit of a pace from the Changing Man and 3 under through 5 as they move towards the 2nd fence. Trelawn is right up there on the inside as well. Eloi de la Barrière jumped that slowly on the inside, lost a little bit of ground on the leading trio as they move down towards the first open ditch, number 3 going down the hill. Trelawn on the inside of the Changing Man in the black jacket. 3 under through 5 is next. Better leap there by Eloi de la Barrière. Arthur Dark on his outside in the black and white diamonds. And then 2 for Gold in the green and red colours. Trapped there by Victorino, and Phlegmatic is on the inside as they cross over that 4th fence. as they continue the descent down towards Swinley Bottom here. So Trelawn is the leader in the Howden Silver Cup. From the Changing Man, who's a neck down in second, 3 under through 5, is sitting 3 deep on the course, but is right up with them. And they're followed now by the recovered Eloy de la Barrière and Florent Bale racing on the rail in 4th place. 2 for Gold is on the outside as they now begin to climb and head up towards the 5th fence. 2 for Gold and Arthur Dark together. Eloy de la Barrière just getting in a bit of a squeeze. Phlegmatic alongside him now. Victorino keeping out of the affair at the moment. Jumping in last place, last year's winner, Charlie Deutsch, keeping him wider and in no hurry at all. Early stages of this Premier Handicap. Mistake there by Arthur Dark as they took that open ditch. That was number 7. Quickly on to the last on this part of the course. Trelawn, the Changing Man, 3 under through 5, the 3 leaders. And they're about 2 lengths clear of the next wave. Eloy de la Barrière on the inside of Phlegmatic is much closer now. Arthur Dark, 2 for Gold, 2 lengths back then to Victorino in last place. But coming up now, they're home straight for the first time. Fences 9 and 10 in front of them. Trelawn and Tom Bellamy from the Changing Man and Sam Twiston-Davies, with on the outside 3 under through 5 and Harry Cobden. Put in a big leap there, he did the top weight, didn't he? Eloy de la Barrière on the rail, Phlegmatic, then Arthur Dark in the black and white diamonds, followed then by 2 for Gold and Victorino over the last fence on the circuit. That was number 10, so they're coming up past the enclosures then in the £100,000 Howden Silver Cup Handicap Chase. The Changing Man just showing just ahead then of Trelawn on the inside, 3 under through 5, sitting close behind them. Eloy de la Barrière, whose position has been a bit stop-start really, isn't it? He's much closer now. He tends to 1 or 2 times he's dropped back a little bit. He's in 4th at the moment though. Phlegmatic is next, and then Arthur Dark on the outside. And now Victorino has relegated 2 for Gold to last place as they head down towards the first fence, down the back. And again, the French raider wasn't good there, Eloy de la Barrière. He's not perhaps used to fences quite like this as they move down the hill towards the next. And again, he got in tight there and made a mistake and is being squeezed along now, Eloy de la Barrière. 2 for Gold is losing ground on them. Meanwhile, at the head of affairs, 3 under through 5 is running a big race. He's on the outside of the Changing Man. Trelawn now in 3rd as they get over the open ditch. Phlegmatic behind them. Arthur Dark is still there as well. Eloy de la Barrière is being pushed along. Victorino's not. He's travelling well in the hands of Charlie Deutsch. Blue and white check there in the main group. And last of all is 2 for Gold. That was the last fence as they race on down the hill. And now it's really becoming a bit of a struggle for the French gamble. Eloy de la Barrière, who's now been passed by Victorino. Moving down inside the final mile of the contest here. Trelawn and Tom Bellamy coming back, right back at the Changing Man and Sam Twiston-Davies. 3 under through 5 is on the outside. Phlegmatic has been creeping into this for Harry Skelton in the green and red. And talk about creeping into it, Victorino getting closer on the outside, but was a bit tied in there. Arthur Dark is next, followed then with a 5-length gap back to Eloy de la Barrière and 2 for Gold as they continue. And a bad mistake. Arthur Dark has unseated Cornerstone Walsh at that fence. That was number 16. They're coming up to the last open ditch of the race here. And the 3 leaders, the Changing Man from Trelawn and Phlegmatic coming into it with a real run up the inside. Victorino now goes into 4th place. He's about 3 lengths down on the leading trio. Then 3 under through 5 is starting to tire. And then a bit of a gap then to 2 for Gold and Eloy de la Barrière. They're moving round towards the home straight, and the Changing Man is turning the screw here and goes on by 3 lengths. In 2nd place now, and under pressure is Phlegmatic. Trelawn and Victorino, don't rule him out. He's creeping closer on the outside with 2 more fences to go. The changing man over it in front. Victorino and Charlie Deutsch is closing him down stride by stride. 1 more fence to go. The changing man under strong pressure. Victorino on the outside, still not at the depths, I don't think. He's got plenty in reserve. He jumped the last alongside the changing man. And Victorino joins in. The 2 of them locked together. The changing man is rallying on the inside. Victorino needs to pull out a bit more. And he does so. And Victorino back-to-back wins in the Silver Cup. The changing man second, 300 through 5, stayed on again for third. Trelawn and Phlegmatic. And then a back to Eloi de la Barrière with 2 for gold pulled up before the last. So they're walking in then to the tape. So this Ladbrokes handicap hurdle. Starters done a great job today. Wasted little time in the main. And away they go, dispatched on their 2-mile journey for this £125,000 Premier Handicap, the Ladbrokes Handicap Hurdle. Quickly to the first of 8 flights here on the inside of the course. Our champ, Steel Ally, and with them at the first flight there is Secret Squirrel. These 3 with Fiercely Proud racing in third. At this stage, Go Dante and Black Hawk Eagle, a little bit outpaced at the back of the field. They're going on towards the second at pace. One of them flattened the flight there. Slight error at the back by Black Hawk Eagle. But as they settle down, and they're not messing about at all, are they? On the inside, Our Champ, Freddie Gordon, Steel Ally, Dylan Johnston, Secret Squirrel, close up third, David Bass, 2.5 lengths away, Fiercely Proud, in the hands of Keelan Woods. And a break of 3 lengths, Cabral du Matin and Tritonic. Imperius is on the outside then of the blue and white colours of Be Aware, the Greatwood runner-up with Dysart Enos on the rail in the brown and dark blue stripes as they move away from the grandstands. Favour and Fortune held up at the back of the field with Black Hawk Eagle and Go Dante. There must be a good 12 lengths plus, 15 maybe between first and last as the leaders take the first flight down the back there. That was flight number 3, and they move quickly on to the 4th here, and they're taking no prisoners, these pace setters. Steel Ally in the middle of Our Champ and Secret Squirrel. 4th, Fiercely Proud. Cabral du Matin is racing in the next wave, alongside on the inside Tritonic. Impero, Danny Gilligan in the blue and pink colours, followed then by the grey Be Aware and Dysart Enos, 2 old rivals together. Favour and Fortune, Black Hawk Eagle. And at the rear of the field is Go Dante as the runners for the Ladbrokes hurdle make their way down towards the bottom of the racecourse, just past the halfway point in this contest. Still no letting up with the pace up front. Our Champ on the inside of Steel Ally with Secret Squirrel in close attendance. A break then of 4 or 5 lengths maybe. Back to Fiercely Proud in 4th place, 2.5 lengths away, Cabral du Matin, who's defending his unbeaten record. Impero is trying to improve a little bit behind him. Tritonic and Be Aware in that little cluster as well. Dysart Enos, who's always held up for a run, is racing behind them and jumped that just ahead of Black Hawk Eagle. Go Dante in favour, and Fortune in no hurry either for Tom Cannon in the Hemmings green and yellow colours. They go over the 3rd last, and they're really scampering along here at a real old pace in the Ladbrokes Handicap Hurdle. Our Champ in front now, together with Secret Squirrel. They've shaken off Steel Ally, who's under pressure. Cabral du Matin on the outside getting closer. Fiercely Proud has been chasing the leading group all the time, is in a share of 3rd position with Cabral du Matin. And then comes Be Aware, who's improved quite quickly. Followed then by Tritonic, who's under a drive as they straighten up now for the final 2 flights. Dysart Enos has moved into 7th. They've got quite a bit to do, as has Favour and Fortune. Here's the second last, Secret Squirrel. Fiercely Proud on the inside, and Cabral du Matin on the outside, with Harry Cobden now pressing a few buttons between the last 2 flights in the Ladbrokes Handicap Hurdle. Orla went held in 3rd, and that's slightly hampered. Be Aware, Cabral du Matin coming back at Fiercely Proud, who's holding him at the moment, but closing all the time. Fiercely Proud and Cabral du Matin to the line they go. It's tight. Fiercely Proud and Cabral de Matan were miles clear of Be Aware in third. Fourth home then Tritonic, and then Our Champ. It goes to the judge. Fiercely Proud may just have held on, but